Hey guys, so today in this video I'm gonna be showing you how I use my favorite subtle lip and cheek shade in Plum to get this really pretty warm fall wedding look. I've been seeing a lot more fall weddings happening ever since everything is back and running from COVID. A lot more people are getting married right now, and if that's one of your friends or relatives, you're gonna want to watch this video just to see how you can get this really pretty look. And also I'm gonna be sharing with you my little stack that I would be taking with me if I were going to a wedding to help me touch up, because look, we know weddings are long events, so you're gonna need to touch up at some point, and having this little portable stack is so easy and convenient, and it will fit in a little tiny clutch. Let's get into the tutorial. I feel like every time I've ever been in a wedding or I was helping like a family member get ready for their wedding, you always see at least like 2 or 3 ladies like walking around with their hair pinned up like this. So we have all of our cream products on. Weddings are typically like a longer event, especially if you're going to like the ceremony and you're going to the reception. It's gonna be a longer event, so I feel like the best way to go about fall like wedding makeup, really any wedding makeup, is to make sure you apply like all your cream products first and then set them all with a powder product. This is just gonna make sure that your foundation, your base, everything is lasting all throughout, because you also have to remember, like, it's a wedding. Everybody's gonna have their phone out, everybody's gonna be taking pictures, all the selfies are gonna be happening. You don't want to be that one that's showing up on camera looking suspect. I've had it happen to me before. I regret it. Now every time I go to a wedding, I'm done up. Okay, so we have blended out our base, foundation, concealer, cream contour. This is the time where I like to add on my blush. So we're using the Plum shade of the lip and cheek, and I'm just taking a small little brush here. This is a really nice like deep berry color for the fall time, because you might not want to have like a bright pink on or anything like that. Now, one thing I will say, I feel like this is true for like makeup for the camera. I kind of want to overdo it a little bit on the blush just so that it shows up, and then also so that it lasts a little bit longer throughout the day. Don't worry if it just looks a little bit scary at first. We're gonna put like a setting powder and all that stuff on top of it, which is gonna help it calm down a bit. And we're also gonna set this with a powder blush, and I'll show you guys the one that I think like pairs well with it. You're gonna want to put like a little bit more on than you usually would, more than if you were just like, you know, going to work or something like that. You want this to last and you want it to show up. And now we can go ahead and set. So I've set my face with a loose powder now. Our blush, our contour, foundation, concealer, all of that has been set. So now you can go in with your powder products to like further set everything, make sure everything lasts all day. One trick that I like to do, especially like if you get a little bit oily throughout the day, after I've set my under eyes with the loose powder, I like to go in with a pressed powder. So you can use the Shine Control powder for this and just add like another layer of powder underneath. The good thing about this powder is it's not like chalky or cakey or anything. It's very thin, and it just gives you like a little extra layer of insurance. So now I want to put on some more blush, and I'm going to be using Blossom Bound. It has some like purpley notes to it that would pair well with the Plum cream that I put down. And I'm just gonna put that right on top, you know, mix that color a little bit, but it's also just gonna make sure it stays set all day. If you didn't know, blush is like the quickest fading product. And now I'm gonna move on to eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna do like a pretty neutral matte eye, a little bit of a smoky eye. So I'm using 2 duos here today. This is the Dune duo, and then this is the new Fairly Peach duo, which is very nice. So I'm gonna be using the matte shades in both of these because it's like a dark brown and a light brown that I'm gonna put on the lids. Like I said, I'm just gonna be doing like a very light, sort of like a smoky eye, but it's not gonna be that intense at all because this is a fall wedding. You don't need to be worried about like if your makeup looks too dark or anything. And I love a classic smoky eye for weddings. I almost forgot, same way that I set my blush, I need to do the same for my bronzer just to make sure it doesn't look crazy or anything and that it lasts as well. So I'm just using, this is the Cocoa bronzer. same place where I put my cream bronzer. I'm gonna do a little bit around my forehead too. Okay. You want everything to be set. You're gonna be at this wedding for a long time. That's if you like the people at the wedding. So our eyes are finished. I did add a pair of false lashes, totally optional. I want it to be seen. I'm putting in this work. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing here. So now we're gonna do a little bit of highlight. I've been obsessed with everything from the Peach collection recently. So I'm using the Peach Fizz highlighter. I love this on my nose. I just feel like it looks so nice. It's like a nice, warm, golden-y little highlight. It's not too much. And contrary to what you might think, I feel like it looks nice with the Plum. You might think that they might be clashing, but I feel like they look good. And the highlight, I don't think you need too much, especially like if you have more textured skin on your cheeks. I might shy away from it because that highlight is just gonna bring more attention to that. Moving on to our lips. If you want to line your lips, I feel like a dark brown, or you could even do like a dark wine color. That would go really nice with the Plum. And if you want like a full on like intense, I would say start with dry lips. So I have like a little bit of lip balm on here and use a lip brush. You can get a very nice like deep full lip, but I like my lips to be like a little bit more sheer, a little bit more glossy. So I'm just taking a little bit of the Plum on my finger and I'm just gonna pat it on just to add like a little berry effect. I usually go for like a very pinky nude lip. Plum is very appropriate for a fall wedding. So I told you guys I was gonna tell you what I would take with me, like a little mini stack to keep in your clutch. Let's make mine right now. First and foremost, I'm taking this shine control powder with me because anytime I need to touch up, I feel like I'm getting a little bit oily. I'm also going to take a lip balm with me. This is the Vanilla Mint. Let's be honest with ourselves. You're going to have a couple of drinks. Your lipstick is going to come off. Your lips are going to get a little dry. Take some lip balm with you. And then I'm also going to take the Plum lip and cheek that I was using today. So I can use that to touch up my color. Put the lip balm on top to add like a little gloss, a little shine. And I'm also going to take a highlighter with me just because I feel like that would be an easy way for you to like touch up your makeup really quickly. But make sure you have the bottom where it has like the little applicator. You're gonna need that for all your little stuff that you're touching up. Look, this is a compact. This is just powder. So I have this and it has 4 different products in here. I can easily just throw this into whatever little bag. I hope that was helpful. If you guys enjoyed this video today, please be sure to check out the rest of Subtl's content. They have so many helpful and useful tutorials for beginners. Thank you guys so much for watching and hopefully I'll see you next time.